In this video, I'll be going over the importance of frame traps and the importance of staggering. And no, not this kind of staggering, but this kind of staggering. While it might seem like a basic approach, there is a couple of things to keep in mind to maximize your offense when trying to get into your opponent's head when using stagger pressure. Staggering strings in MK11 is like a confusing dance. A dance where you know the step counts, but your opponent definitely doesn't. Before I begin, let me explain the difference between a stagger and a frame trap. A frame trap is when an attacker forces the defender to block a move that leaves the attacker at the advantage. Then the attacker performs a move that would hit any or most of the defender's options in that moment. For example, Scarlet's 4-4 kick string has a block advantage of +6. When the attacking Scarlet forces the defending Scarlet to block the 4-4, then the attacking Scarlet goes for a move with 13 frame startup, she will be at such an advantage that it will beat out anything the defending Scarlet could do on the ground. A stagger is when an attacker stops their string early to throw off the defender's timing on their retaliation. For example, Scarlet's forward 4 is -6 on block. The second hit isn't punishable, but it does not leave the attacker at an advantage on block like a frame trap would. But if the attacker makes the defender think they will finish the string, they could use the defender's hesitation to continue their offense. Staggers are mind games and a crucially important tool in MK11's offense. While there aren't many times in MK11 where you could keep up a frame trap offense for an extended time, you can bully the defender infinitely with proper use of stagger pressure. You could stagger a string and attempt to go for a throw. You could stagger a string then walk backwards to attempt to whiff punish a hesitated poke. You could stagger a string then attempt to go for an overhead low mix-up using the universal short hop overhead. You could stagger a string into a poke. You could stagger a string into a jump in. Or you could just not stagger at all and actually finish the string. The whole point is that because your opponent doesn't know exactly when you'll stop your stagger, even if you are technically at the frame disadvantage, you could continue attacking because they won't be ready to counterattack quick enough. Something important to note is that some strings tend to be very good at staggering but have gaps in the string that the opponent could flawless block. For example, Scarlet's forward 4-3 is a mid-starting string that is great for staggering, but because there's a gap in this string, if the defender suspects the offender will finish the string, they could flawless block the last hit and get a launch punish.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
A good strategy versus defenders who like the flawless block is to cancel the hit right before the gap with a quick special move. When the defender lets go of guard to try to flawless block, they might get nailed by the special move because there's no longer a gap, or at least it'll throw off their timing enough that they won't flawless block. Outside of just this scenario though, in general, special moves could be introduced to extend staggers. And if the attacker happens to have a quick and safe special move they could stagger with, it makes their stagger pressure even stronger. Lastly, I'd like to mention that some characters have special moves they could cancel before they hit. These cancels don't leave you at the frame advantage on block, so they're not frame trap situations. But these cancels definitely do give you the opportunity to create some incredible stagger pressure. Overall, the stagger pressure dance is a strategy that if mastered will create a ton of frustration for the defender. They'll eventually want to press a button in retaliation, and if they guess wrong, they're gonna get hit. And they're gonna have to endure the cringy dance of doom until they get it right. Stagger pressure isn't a guaranteed offense like a frame trap, but it'll keep the defender focusing on the wrong thing long enough for you to land your well-deserved surprise attack.
From the Manatee County Fair, Linda Carson, ABC7, would you not eat my pants? Ah!